Zeus's righteous anger. But Athene, patron goddess of Arcophera, promised that once her father's rage has cooled, she would send a champion to deliver them. The people have been waiting for a very long time. And so, on this cool spring morning, like their parents and grandparents before them, they watch the solemn procession with a tiny spark of hope. They kneel as King Hector passes by, but their eyes are on the bundle in his arms. They wonder, will he be the one? The chancellor walks behind the king with a coffer of gold, a tribute for the goddess. Poor as the people are, they don't resent this. If the riches of Arcos will please Athene and remind her of her promise, they will have been well spent. Some have even added gifts of their own. The broad marble steps leading up to the temple are littered with small, shiny objects, the humble offerings of those who have almost nothing to give. Rings, coins, copper spoons, precious objects passed down in their families from the old time, before Arcophera's fall from grace. No thief would dare to touch them. The procession enters the temple now. It's dark and cold inside. The chill of stone stings their bare feet as they proceed down the cavernous aisle, moving through gloom toward the brilliance of silver lamps on silver stands that surround the sacred image of the goddess. She looms above them, white as mountain snow, tall as the tallest tree, stern and serene, beautiful. The chancellor steps forward and holds the coffer up before the image. "O wise, good, and most splendid Athene," he half speaks, half sings, "our patron and defender since ancient times, we bring you this humble gift of worldly riches as thanks for your unfailing kindness." He sets the coffer down on a corner of the dais, then steps back and kneels, his hands folded. Now King Hector comes forward and holds the infant high. "I offer you this blameless child, my newborn son and the heir to the throne of Arcos, to be the instrument of your mercy. If you accept him, I pray that he may be worthy, that he may strive to earn at last the forgiveness of the immortal gods, and most especially your great father, Zeus." The augur steps forward to join the king. Together, they climb the steps of the dais and kneel at the feet of the goddess. The augur has done this many times, here before Athene and at other temples too. There are always pressing questions to ask the immortals, but the one they ask today is altogether different. The fates of Arcos and Phera hang upon the answer, and the augur is afraid of making even the smallest mistake. His hands tremble as he spreads the pure linen cloth at the feet of the goddess, smoothing out the wrinkles with gentle strokes. They fumble as he pulls open the leather pouch, withdraws 8 small golden amulets, and begins to lay them out on the cloth one at a time in the form of a circle. He takes special care with this. Each amulet has its own particular meaning and its own assigned position. When he is satisfied that he has done it properly, he turns to King Hector and nods. The king unwraps the child's swaddling cloth and lays him in the center of the circle. The baby's skin is red and wrinkled, his little umbilicus swollen, wound-like, tied with a golden cord. In this magnificent temple, at the feet of the goddess, he seems a poor offering indeed. They wait. Naked and cold, the little prince stirs in his sleep, but other than that he doesn't move. The king looks to the augur, who responds with the slightest movement of his hand. Be patient. So they continue to kneel in silence, listening to the child's soft, snuffling breaths and the muted sounds from the city below. Finally, when the augur feels they have waited long enough, he reaches into his pouch again and brings out a vial of sacred oil. He pulls the stopper and pours the golden liquid over the baby's chest. The oil is cold, the child wakes. His squealing cry echoes off the marble walls, and at last he is in motion. The king and his augur lean in to watch as a tiny arm swings upward, sending the first amulet flying.